In a noisy world that praises success, noise, fame, and constant activity, there was a man who chose the opposite: silence, simplicity, and total abandonment to God. His name was Rafael Arnáiz Barón, now a canonized saint of the Catholic Church. A young man with everything: intelligence, artistic talent, wealth, health, who lost it all, and in losing everything, he found everything in God. This is his story, a story of a hidden saint, a saint of silence and suffering. Rafael was born on April 9, 1911, in Burgos, Spain, into a wealthy and deeply Catholic family. As a child, he was joyful, intelligent, creative. He loved to paint, draw, and write. He had a sharp mind and a kind, gentle heart. His family often remarked that he was different, thoughtful, reflective, yet always kind and humorous. Rafael's love for God was not dramatic or filled with big events. It was simple, steady, and grew quietly. He loved nature, music, and above all, prayer. As a young student of architecture in Madrid, the world was open to him. He had wealth, a bright future, friends, talents that could lead anywhere. But something deeper was calling him, a voice whispering in his heart, "Leave it all. Come to me." In 1934, at just 23 years old, Rafael entered the Trappist monastery of San Isidro de Duenas. The Trappists are one of the most austere religious orders in the Church. Silence, hard manual labor, simple food, intense prayer. For Rafael, it was heaven on earth. He wrote, "I do not know what heaven is like, but for me, it would not be much different from this." Just months after entering, tragedy struck. Rafael suddenly became gravely ill with type 1 diabetes, which in that time was often fatal. He was forced to leave the monastery to receive medical care. Imagine his heartbreak, leaving the place where he had found peace, silence, and intimacy with God. Over the next few years, Rafael would return to the monastery whenever his health allowed, only to be sent away again when his body grew too weak. But here's the miracle: even though he couldn't officially be a full monk due to his health, his heart belonged entirely to God. His sufferings didn't distance him from God. They united him more closely to the cross. In his writings, he poured out his soul. "Jesus, I ask nothing of you, but to love you and to suffer." Raphael's holiness wasn't built on preaching, miracles, or big public acts. It was built on silence, on accepting suffering with joy, and on a love so deep that it burned within him, even though the world never saw it. He wrote, "Lord, what is man compared to you? Dust and nothingness, and yet you love him." On April 26, 1938, at just 27 years old, Rafael passed away, quietly, humbly, with no fame, no riches, and no worldly success. The monks buried him in the monastery cemetery, not knowing that one day the world would recognize the hidden treasure that had lived among them. In 2009, Pope Benedict XVI canonized Rafael Arnáiz as a saint of the Catholic Church, declaring him a model for the modern world. He is now a patron for the sick, those who feel forgotten, those who seek God in silence. Saint Raphael's life shouts a powerful truth: you don't have to be famous to be holy. You don't have to be perfectly healthy to be a saint. Holiness is possible anywhere, in sickness, in hidden places, in silence. He reminds us that the only thing that matters is to love God, nothing else. Saint Rafael Arnáiz Barón, pray for us.